road conditions is pretty bad. I probably shouldn't even be on the road this time of morning with these kind of conditions. But I think it's better for me, time-wise and safety-wise, to be on the road when there's nobody else really on here and try to knock out some miles. Hopefully it won't get worse. When the sun come up, it should warm up a little bit, but I think it's more snow coming in. It's not a good thing. So for all of y'all wondering if you could drive when the road conditions like this, you can. You just have to take your time and be safe for real. I'm more concerned about the ice, like the black ice. As you can see, I got my high beams on. I also got my fog lights on, and visibility is low. I'm not really following the lines that's on the lanes. Like you can see that white lane right there, that white line right there, but you know, that's few and far between. I'm following like the tire tracks. Using that as a reference point for real. Hopefully we'll get some couple miles before the sun come up. When the sun come up, it should be noticeably easier to drive, assuming that the temperature goes up as well. It's 37 degrees right now according to my temperature on my exterior temperature on my truck, but who knows, because there's still a snowflake on the heads-up display. I'm going to Tacoma, Washington, so this is probably the easiest out of all of it. This ain't really no serious stuff for real. I still have to go through Snoqualmie, which I'm almost certain I'm gonna need chains. I got chains on the truck, but I don't want to have to chain up, so hopefully they got it cleared out. I'm still about a day away. I'm in Wyoming right now, Gillette, Wyoming. Mile marker 117, and it's 5:21 in the morning. In these situations, what I've learned, when there's a possibility of ice on the ground, if you have that trailer brake switch right here, you can't really see it because it's dark, but there's a trailer brake switch right down there. If you have that trailer brake switch, use your trailer brake before you use your service brake. Just tap it, and it'll straighten out the trailer to keep it from jackknifing. Then you slowly apply your service brake if you got to. And sometimes I do use my Jake, not when it's black ice obviously, but you know, in rain, if I got control of the truck, if I have some weight in the trailer, I'll use my Jake. It's no real need to do it right now because I'm going like California speed, 50 to 55, trying to play it safe. It's times like this you want the sun to come up so bad, but what can you do? It's pitch black, going too fast. We're gonna slow down. We're gonna keep it around 50, 55, at least until the sun come up. 50 to 60, how about that? Because I can't really see what's ahead of me, so I'm gonna take my time. As I said, it's so early, so this is the funny part. So when I got done driving yesterday, I had, you know, I had to do my 10-hour break. And because I started early yesterday, and I drive really efficient, like I don't really be stopping at truck stops like that. I try to combine everything at once, you know, fuel, bathroom break, if I have to eat. I haven't really been eating out of truck stops lately. I got food on my truck. But when I got done yesterday, I think it was probably like 5:30, so my reset would have been done at 3:30. So my alarm went off at 3:30 this morning. I got up at 3:30 this morning. I was like, hell no. Like when I went outside, like it was too dark, and it's still really dark, but now it's like 2 hours later. But I went in the bathroom and, you know, brushed my teeth, washed my face, took a bird bath, got ready to go. But like I was supposed to have been, you know, started 2 hours ago, according to my 10-hour break, if I wanted to get, and I would have got done mad early. If I'd have started at, you know, 3:30, I'd have been done by like probably noon, 1 o'clock. So, and I would have definitely been able to find parking. I still can find parking because I'll be done still early, like 3 o'clock maybe. And I'm jumping a time zone too. I'm in Mountain Time now. I still have to go to Pacific because, like I said, I'm going to Tacoma. My son always wanted to know like the conditions, like how it is riding a truck, because he wants to drive trucks. So this is a perfect video of the conditions. Yeah, it's pretty dark. It's not bad though. It's not super bad. I've driven in way worse than this. Way worse than this. Hopefully I don't talk it up because I'm starting to see fog now, but let me slow down. 48. Got a little curve coming. The main object is to not put this motherfucker in a ditch and not hurt nobody. Get to your destination safe. If you don't feel comfortable driving, don't do it. It ain't worth it. Park the truck. Like I said, I got a nice amount of years under my belt, and I've driven through way worse than this. You just gotta have a feel for the road. And if it does get worse, if I get outside of my comfort zone, I will pull over. But right now, I know as long as I take my time and assess the situation, be vigilant of what's going on these road conditions, I'll be fine. Yesterday it was snowing so hard and it came out of nowhere. I only had a little bit of time left, probably like 20 minutes left on my clock, so I parked. And by the time I parked the truck, it was coming down for real. That's where all this extra snow came from. And that period of time, the last 10-15 minutes of me driving, and all last night while I was asleep. What if a Yeti just walked across the damn road right now? What would y'all do? That lane keep assist ain't gonna be lane departure warning ain't gonna cut it right now, because I had to turn it off because I can't see the line. So how the hell I'm gonna stay inside of them? I'm following this little strip right here where I can see the road. I don't care if it's the middle of the road or my lane or whatever. Look like it's been traveled and it's doable, so I'm gonna do it. And for those of y'all who are asking or wondering, yes, this is my truck. It's a custom built 2023 Freightliner Cascadia. I guess that's the edge of the road right there. 2023 Freightliner Cascadia. Custom Ravens purple with metallic flakes. I pretty much got every feature that you can have in this truck. This right here is the mirror eye. This is my other secondary camera system. Touch screen down there. I got everything on that Apple CarPlay. Obviously digital dash right there. Tell you everything. I'll make a video that goes more in depth with that, because I really need to be focusing on the road. I'm just talking. But yeah, this is my truck. No, I don't have a truck payment. I paid cash for it. Relatively expensive, but that was kind of by choice because of all the extra features that I got put on the truck. But probably base, you could have got this truck for $170 before FET tax. 160 probably, if you got a fleet spec instead of like an owner-operator spec. And like I said, I'll make a video going over pretty much everything that I got done on the truck. It's dirty right now, so you don't really want to see the outside of it. I only put 28,000 miles. Actually, I put 26,000 miles on it. They used it as the piggyback truck from the factory to bring in like 3 more trucks, day cabs behind it. They used it as the tow truck coming from the factory. I was kind of pissed about that, but at least it kind of broke the engine in a little bit. I haven't had any major issues. A couple sensors, I ain't have to get them fixed. They just self-corrected. I had to get a tire fixed because it separated kind of at the tread, one of my stair tires, and I got really nice stair tires. I got what are they called? I was getting ready to say Michelin's, but they're not Michelin's. Continentals. I got Continentals, and they H-rated tires, so 16 ply. 16 ply tires. And they've been working like a champ. I'll talk about that too in another video, but I had to get a manufacturer's like a refund on it because the tire, like I said, the tire tread separated, and when it separated, before it was going to blow, I just called the manufacturer and they sent me to a authorized rep and they swapped it out for me. So that worked out fine. And when I brought when they brought the truck, the hub seal, it was they didn't put it in all the way, and it was like kind of hanging out, and all the hub oil came out while they was driving, and it burnt my hub up. But they fixed that for free. It was like $2 grand, but they fixed it for free because I bought all the warranties that you have. I spent like $22,000. I think it was $22,000 on all the. I maxed out all the warranties, factory warranties that they had. So the truck is pretty much covered. They even got a tow warranty, so I don't gotta pay for towing if I need to tow my truck. If it breaks down, it's going to Freightliner ASAP. Ain't nobody ever gonna touch this truck but Freightliner, except for like oil changes and tires and stuff like that. Because, you know, every dollar that I spend go outside of the warranty coverage goes against the fact that I spent the money on the warranty. So Freightliner needs to be fixing stuff that goes wrong with the truck, essentially. And yes, I do have a CB. I didn't on my old truck. I had the antenna installed, and I had everything peaked and tuned. When I got this truck, I didn't install the antenna back or get the new bracket for it because it's a newer model truck. I didn't get the new bracket for it, so I'm thinking I'm just gonna rip that out and get a whole new setup and have like a professional install it, because the range on it isn't too good. I got a unit in I have a unit in Bearcat, I think it's Bearcat 980 SSB, and it's peaked and tuned, but like I said, I don't have the matching antenna. It's at the house, so the range on it is it's trash for right now, but it's a good radio. But I want like a Striker or something with a Roger beat, a Ranger or something like that. Everybody keep on saying get that. A Connex, get a good one. If I could just do 500 miles today, 500 and some change, then bang out 500 tomorrow after this storm clear up, then I'm good with that. But I seen that they had like a winter storm warning, and where I'm at right now, which is Gillette, Wyoming, they were supposed to get 6 to 12 inches. So I got to get out of here, because the next area that's up in Montana, they only supposed to get, I think, 2 to 3 inches, which is way more manageable. You know what I'm saying? It's way more manageable as far as the road service crews and stuff like that. So if I sit here, my logic is if I sit here, I'm gonna get stuck if it keeps snowing. If it snows, it's stopped right now, but it's supposed to, the winter storm warning is in effect till Monday, and it's fucking Sunday. So we want, you know, get out of Dodge to greener pastures. And the funny thing is, prior to me, even Like, it's always Wyoming, yo. Every time I drive through Wyoming, especially this time of year, during the summertime, it's beautiful. This is some of the most beautiful country in the world. Like the rolling hills and stuff like that, especially when you South Dakota, Montana, like all Idaho, all that stuff. It's some of the most beautiful areas in the country. But like during the winter time, it's so harsh over here. It's so harsh. It snows all the time. It's windy as all hell. They shut the highway down. I ain't on 80, I'm on 90 right now, but normally 80, man, geez, like they shut 80 down every 3-4 days. High winds, 90 mile an hour winds, snow, sleet, ice, black ice, it's up the mountains, you know? You're gonna get stuck. And a lot of the rates going to Washington is paying real good right now because they kind of know ain't nobody trying to go up there, and you're gonna probably get stuck. So hopefully, I secured a pretty good rate, so hopefully, if I don't get stuck, I gambled and I won. So ideally, that's the play. Slow down a little bit. The texture of this road is I'm not feeling it. It's not like how it was 15-20 minutes ago. I think the sun is going to come up at like 6:30. Sunrise is like 6:30. It's 5:40 right now, so I got visibility is about 300 yards, 400 yards. Truck telling me watch for ice. Temperature dropped 2 degrees. As far as my thermostat is concerned, I got night vision on my mirror eye, so I can see behind me. I don't really gotta use this mirror over here, my traditional mirrors, because you can't really see shit. And obviously, these are doing good. There goes a snowplow, plowing the snow. He probably like, what the hell is this guy doing out here? Essential travel, baby. I gotta get where I'm going. Remember I was talking about earlier that 50-55? Yeah, that's a comfortable speed for this particular section right here. I got a little bit ahead of myself. You could feel it. Like when you drive trucks, you could feel when, you know, the truck telling you like, you know, slow down, or this ain't cool, or this ain't gonna work, or whatever. You could feel it. If I had one wish, it'd be clear roads. Because I'd rather be driving, the speed limit 80 out here. I'd rather be driving, you know, 70, at least 67. I try to conserve fuel because, like I said, I gotta pay for everything. Everything is on me, so I gotta pay for it. My truck ain't got no governor on it, but ain't no use of driving super fast and pushing all my money out the tailpipe. Try to be efficient. I do need to get some DEF. Can somebody tell me why the DEF in most places is costing more than diesel now? When I first started driving, DEF was like $1.80 something, $1.70 something. Some of these places is $4.99, $4.85, you know, $4.50, $4.25, $4.29, $3.99. It's a couple places. That's why I go so long without DEF. It's a couple places that, you know, it'd be like, you know, $2.99 or $2.85 or something like that. I grab it up like that. But I refuse to be paying $4, $5 for DEF, and I be getting diesel for like under $3.50 for real a lot of the time. That don't make no sense to me. Let me open up this window, let some of this hot air out from the defrost. Don't mind the wind noise. If my truck, I can't tell how my truck sounds on the GoPro, but if it's quiet like it is to me, it's because when I built the truck, I had double insulation put in. Sound dampening and temperature and vibration dampening. It was like it's an add-on for certain areas, but certain other areas you had to have it if you got an EP. I got an EPU on my truck. So in order for the EPU to run efficiently, you have to have like the extra insulation to keep the temperature relatively the same. Tell you one thing, I'd be happy when that sun creep over the horizon. I'll tell you that much. I'm gonna mount my other GoPro on my dashboard so y'all can get like really good views of the road. Maybe mount it on my dashboard so y'all can see me while I'm driving. The other day, I was at I didn't have my GoPro, but the other day I was walking in a truck stop, right? It was a Flying J. The guy was mopping the floor. I could see him mopping the floor as I'm walking. You know how they got the double doors, I guess, to keep the bugs of the wind out? I could see the guy as I'm walking towards the doors mopping the floor. I see the little like wet floor side and all that. There's a guy in front of me, a tall, skinnier guy. He ain't really tall. He probably like 6'2", whatever, 6'1", 6'2". He was in front of me, and when he got in, you know, they got the mat on the floor in between the double doors. He started rubbing his feet on the mat on the floor. So I said, I was gonna do it anyway, but I said, so I immediately it triggered like, all right, let me do that too. So I started doing it too. He opened up the second door, and they got a mat right there too. So he kind of like wiped his feet off of that mat too. The guy is mopping the floor. I'm behind him. He held the door for me. I opened up the door. I grabbed the door. He let go. He turned around to go to walk on the floor past where the mat was, and he do like this yabba dabba do, like where you like cartoon fall. Like his feet was like you. He just kept on. He couldn't hold his balance, and then his feet just went straight up in the air. And he busted his. I felt so bad. I'm like, bro, you all right? The dude was just standing there looking at him. He pointed at the sign. I was like, why you pointing at the sign? Like, it's ice outside. Don't matter if the floor, you should just keep the sign up whether you mopping the floor or not. It's ice and snow outside. He ain't even try to help the dude up. So I helped the dude up. Like that be funny, but at the same time, like, you don't want that to happen to people. He could have got hurt. He could have broke his hip or something, or hit his head, or, you know, pulled a hamstring, or anything could have happened. I don't like to see people get hurt. It's just one of them things, like if you've seen it on, like, you know, people used to watch like America's Funniest Home Videos or something, they would show people like falling with wetting cakes and stuff. Like, it was like one of them type of situations. But he can't. I helped him up, and I was like, you all right, bro? He like, yeah, I'm good. He was like, damn, man. He like, that floor is slippery. I was like, yeah. So when he walked around the back, I seen him again. I was like, you sure you all right? Like, you good? He like, yeah, I'm good. And kept it moving. But if I would have caught that shit on GoPro, y'all would have been like, what the hell? Like, it was like a cartoon fall. It didn't even look real. It was like when people fall when they trying to get a suitcase, like they trying to sue somebody. That's what it was like. But he wasn't trying to do that. He legitimately fell. He was trying to dry his feet off and all that. He tried to dry his feet off twice and still just busted his ass. But that, the way it looked like a person that just comes and tries to fall and sue somebody. Try to sue somebody. That shit was crazy. Alright, so the road looking a little bit better. A little tiny bit better, this particular section. I gotta drive through this for hundreds of miles, I think. Like I said, when the sun come up, it'll be way easier to predict how this is gonna play out. We got, let me check to see where our altitude is. All right, so we 4,000 feet. If we can get lower, I think the road conditions will change and the relative temperature will drop. And watch when the sun come up, you're gonna see like FedEx trucks blowing past me at like 70 miles an hour. They don't give a damn. Them FedEx doubles and triples, they a different breed. Can't see out of this one though really good, but it's okay because I got the mirror. See, speed limit 80, I'm doing 60. That's 20 miles under the speed limit. I should be doing 50, so I'm gonna let it loose. I'm gonna drop it down a little bit. That's the momentum carrying me, though. Rest area 1 mile. I wonder how packed that is. I've only seen like 2 trucks on the road, and I like probably maybe 4 cars since I started driving. I don't know if it's because, you know, this part of Wyoming is sparsely populated and it's early, or because they used to driving in this type of stuff. Everybody up here got pickup trucks. Maybe it's just too early, and it's Sunday. That's another thing I forgot, it's Sunday. Let me see, it's a couple trucks over there. Couple trucks, about 4. I don't like those rest areas that have parallel parking, because it's not efficient. It's cool, I can parallel park the truck, but like, say you drive through at nighttime after everybody done parked and then like a couple people leave, the gaps be so small, people that don't know how to parallel park, they can't get in them. So you end up having a parking a rest area that might have room for 15, 20 trucks, but only like 10 trucks is in there. So they end up parking on the ramp or going to a whole nother place for real. And I don't like that. I like the 45-degree slots, and we need way more of them. It's not enough. We need a whole bunch of them. They get rid of those parallel park ones and make them wider, and probably put however many rest areas they got now, they need to triple it, quadruple it, and then make sure that they all open, because that's a problem right there. You be planning to stop at a rest area, and then you get there, and 5 miles before you get there, there's a sign talking about rest area closed. Next rest area, 75 miles. You got 15 minutes on your clock. And like, there's apps to check that type of stuff, like Trucker Path and everything, but sometimes it be wrong. Got my dash cam up there too, which I don't really need, because I got like cameras all over the goddamn truck. I got all front view cameras and everything, but that's just for quick reference if anything goes bonkers. It's a Rove V2, I think, or R2 V2 or R2 D2 Star Wars. It's a goddamn dash cam, and it's 4K. It works good. I'm running a Ram McNally Overdrive Pro 2. I think that's 7-inch, and I'm also using Apple Maps. I don't use addresses, I use coordinates, longitude and latitude. It keeps me, you know, it makes a more accurate arrival area where I could put it right in the entrance, the truck entrance or fuel pump, or a particular area I'm trying to be at, instead of just the actual building where you sometimes you gotta drive around 2 or 3 times. So if you guys know how to use coordinates, I could do a video on that too. If you know how to use coordinates, use coordinates. It's way more efficient than putting in addresses to shippers, because a lot of these brokers, they just give you the address. It might be the actual administration building, but you need to go to the production building or the shipping building, which might have 8, 9 buildings at the facility, and they driving you all around. You could call ahead, and they'll tell you which street to come in or which entrance, or you can see it from the satellite. You can see like the security gate and like the security post or whatever, the little hut where they be in, or maybe the GPS to show trucks actually from the satellite view, to show trucks trying to come into the facility, or the loading docks where you could do your street view and look and see. There's multiple ways you could do it to be easier. I haven't been lost since I put in coordinates instead of addresses. I'm back, and it's daytime. Earlier today I filmed a early morning video. It was dark, couldn't really see anything, but the road conditions was horrible. Now you see the daytime, and snow everywhere. The road still sucks. It's your taxpayer dollars. saying about 2 snow plows in the last hour and a half. Everybody out here fending for themselves. But now I'm in Montana. I'm in Hardin, Montana, and it was worse than this. This is actually not too bad. Compared to what it was when I was in a little mountain park. It'll probably get worse than this, but oh, would you look at that? What's this right here? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Somebody got in an accident, wrecker ahead. What happened? What happened? I just put my GoPro on and now it's an accident over here. Oh, my man. He look like he been there for a while. Something minor. Don't look like nobody was hurt. They just torn it out. Get him back on the road. I don't know how he did that. Well, I do, but oi. Tanker drivers are savages. Look at them. Gotta get that product where it need to be. It's straight white. Like, look over there. Like, you literally, I'm gonna roll the window down, probably get a better view. This ain't, this a nice little bit of snow, but this ain't nothing to what they used to up here. I'm sure. There's snow all the time. Could you imagine being like on some Lois and Clark type shit and being out here and one day it's like nice, like 60, 70 degrees, 75 degrees. Then like a microburst just hit. Now all of a sudden it's 30 degrees and all this snow. And you got wagons and buffalo hides to keep you warm. You ain't got no GE space heater, no hot water heater, none of that. You gotta start a fire, the wind probably blowing 50 miles an hour, keep on putting this shit out. What's going on over here? My man over here going through. Damn. Oh, okay. Let me see. I gotta get the tire fixed. They put mad cones on. I don't know what they doing. Yeah, that joint jacked up with the tire on the side. Hope he alright. This video is sponsored by Mud Flat. Sponsored by Mud Flat. It's like, no, it ain't. They ain't pay me. They ain't pay me nothing. They pay me something. I do it because they saved me a couple dollars. I like it. I can see the road a little better now that the sun is up, but this is in this spot right here. The other spot that I was in, the road was straight white. I thought that like one of the next signs I was going to see was the highway was closed for real, but it wasn't. And then the road ended up getting a little bit better for real. So we'll see. Got 865 miles left on this trip. Should be some excitement between now and then. Hopefully ain't no excitement with me. Oh my goodness. Let's go ahead going around this guy. Slow down for a second. Piggybacking. Sheesh, brand new Volvos, huh? Yeah. 760s towing 760s. Go ahead and get past this man so I can get on over. Cool. Let them know, say thank you. Whoa, felt that wind? Where'd that come from? Same whiteout conditions. Got two bogeys up ahead. Let's see what they doing. I don't see how animals can stand outside in this shit. I ain't gonna hold you. This crazy. Cause if you leave a dog, that be I seen a dog in Chicago when they had that polar vortex. The dog went outside to go pee at the trash can. I guess he got out the house. I don't know if he got out the house or if, you know, his people let him out for a second or whatever. He just, you know, slid out there without nobody knowing. But when they found his leg was up and he was pissing on the side of the trash can. He was frozen like a popsicle. I was thinking to myself, like, well, house dogs, I guess they ain't used to it because a wolf can be out in here, and there's huskies and stuff. They like cold weather. Huskies like cold weather. This is way harder to do than, you know, when the roads is messed up, because I can feel the wheel getting a little squirrely. Give me 1 second. This mad police up there. Damn, that is in the ditch, son. Look at that mother.
They ain't getting her back.
Yeah. Gotta put it down because the police right there. Damn, he fell right over. Look at that. And then look at this one over here.
Damn, opposite sides.
He lost his whole tandem.
Damn. That whole shit ripped off.
You see it?
Yeah.
God damn.
You had to leave that trailer right there.
Yeah. That package ain't getting nowhere.
Nope. That shit in Montana. That shit in Montana, man.
Hold on. I think I'll be able to get through. Give me 1 second. I gotta concentrate.
We'll update tonight. That shit gonna say still in Montana. Truck that crashed, man.
Yeah, that's what you don't want. You don't want it to your shit to be on the truck, and you get an accident like this, they find like 50 bricks in your shit.
Right.
Like, no, I'm good. I don't need I can get the truck out myself. I got it.
Oh, we got you, man. Put the bag up for us so we can lift it up. Just open the back so we can connect you to the jack.
I'm like, no, I'm good. I told you I'm good.
Why don't they open the back for, babe? It's secured.
Holy shit.
Yeah, the only I'm is just on the driving tips from Portland to LA.
Yeah.
I think that's cool. It's only like a state away.
Damn, this. Hold on. Look at this axle on the back of his. Hold on. Look at that. Look at his axle.
Damn.
His whole truck up.
Damn.
We out.
Yes.
Yeah, we out.